Help me! Please! My rig just snapped!
The voice came thin from below the roof edge. Darius Holloway froze on the 10th floor of Lakeside Tower, his cold sandwich falling from his hand. He crawled to the edge and looked down. A man was dangling from a single frayed line at the 8th floor, spinning 60 feet above the Cleveland sidewalk. Nobody on the street was looking up. His walkie crackled. "Holloway, finish that scene before 5. Boss is watching." He turned it off. He thought of his daughter, Aaliyah, 7, asthma, the $1,200 oxygen bill on the kitchen counter. He thought of the rule he was about to break. Then, he thought of nothing at all.
Hold on, I'm coming!
He unclipped his safety line, anchored it to the steel post, and climbed down with bare hands burning on cold brick. The man was older, lips blue, blood on his wrist where cable had cut him. A wedding ring glinted on his shaking hand. The man whispered,
I have a wife. Her name is Margaret. Tell her I tried.
"You tell her yourself, sir." Darius wrapped one arm around the man's chest and locked his other hand into his line. The wedding ring pressed deep into his palm. A door slammed open above them. "Holloway, Gavin," his supervisor was shouting down.
You left your station! That man isn't ours! Get up here, or you're done!
Darius did not look up.
Then I'm done, Gavin. But I'm not letting go.
You'll lose your insurance, your job!
"I know what I'll lose." Behind a meeting room window, an old woman pressed her phone against the glass. "I see you," she shouted through the pane. "I'm calling 911. The whole city is going to see this." 14 minutes. 14 minutes of wind, of an old man whispering his wife's name, of a wedding ring carving itself into a roofer's palm. When the fire truck finally hooked them, Darius collapsed onto the roof. He turned his hand over. The ring had left a perfect imprint. A letter, faint and red, pressed backward into his skin. The letter E. That night, the video already had 2 million views. The CEO of North Coast Roofing came to Darius's house at 9. He did not bring a termination letter. He brought a bonus check and upgraded family insurance. At 10, a small woman with silver hair knocked on the door. Margaret Brennan. She put an envelope into his calloused hands and closed his fingers around it.
He told me to find you. He said you held his ring like it was your own.
Inside was enough to cover Aaliyah's medicine for a year. At 11, his phone rang. Unknown number. A woman's voice, older, careful. "Mr. Holloway, I saw the news. The ring on his hand. Does it have the letter E carved on the inside?" "Yes," he said. "Who is this?" "I carved that ring 30 years ago, and I have been looking for it ever since." Comment. Part 2 inches if you want to know who carved the letter E inside that ring 30 years ago. Some hands hold strangers like family, and the world remembers.